Hello, I'm FGX Toycat, and welcome back to another live stream on the internet. Today I figured, because I did my no hunger video yesterday, a lot of people realized that, you know, being Minecraft without getting hungry, that sounds a lot like the Hunger Games, and I hated that pun so much, I figured, you know, let's dive into the Hunger Games. It's something I've made a few references to in past videos, and something I made a reference to in a video I recorded today, and yeah, the survival games is something that does still exist in Minecraft to this day. It's not a very popular game mode. You can see how, like, Speed Builders has 600 players here, Cake Wars over 1,000. There are lots of people who play lots of Minecraft game modes, but despite the fact that Hunger Games, or survival games for copyright reasons, is such a big, despite being such a big game before, it's not so big anymore, and it's one of those interesting things where, like, you know, let's play some Hunger Games, let's play some survival games in 2019, and let's see what it's like. Also, let's see if we get real hungry during the result of this. I mean, I ate a cookie before today's live stream thinking, you know, not even really cookie, like a biscuit more. I know not everyone uses the term biscuit, but like, it was like this size and it had nuts in it. What do you call that, chat? But yeah, I ate before today's stream, but will I get hungry? We can only find out that way. Because again, I feel like the Hunger Games is such a odd concept, but it gives us the opportunity to do our regular, like, you know, podcast and chill with Toycat, while also, again, doing some real serious stuff, because who doesn't love the Hunger Games? Also, hi, hello, welcome to the live stream. Hey, Kyla, hey, the Bad Llama, hey, Lil Beth, hey, your boy, hey, Lizard Stel. Okay, well, no more hellos. We got serious stuff to be doing, such as my chest plate and my snowball, which might be everything I get here. Okay, we got a chest plate, snowball, helmet, and a gold sword. So, the thing I like to do first from spawn is just kill some people who are pretty much defenseless. Like, this guy attacked me first, so I don't have to feel bad. They might have gotten some useful stuff that wasn't a weapon. So, like, this guy has an iron axe. If I can kill him, I get that axe, and that's something I'd quite like in an ideal world. And, yeah, it's... oh, God, he's got some armor. Let's switch onto mine as well. Because the further he runs away from me, the better an edge he gets as well. Okay, you know what, let's just let's attack this guy instead. Let's just let him be my main thing. And let's say Toycat is not. Yes, he is incredible. But yeah, the interesting thing about the Hunger Games in Minecraft is it's such a bizarre game mode, because it is so much of what we think in Battle Royale came from Hunger Games, but was done in Hunger Games before it was popular in any other game mode. You saw there, it was. That could have, the way you described that Hunger Games game, where like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pick up some stuff, kill some other people, then get killed because multiple people attacked me. That's how you can describe a solo Fortnite game or PUBG or whatever else. Everyone loves Fortnite, right? That's a very popular game I've heard on the internet. And yeah, it's kind of interesting that, you know, to some extent games evolved, but games always evolve in like a cycle. I guess life goes in a cycle, right? Like, history always repeats itself, and, you know, Minecraft Hunger Games always repeats itself just as much, it seems. Okay, so I got a stick and some steak, so, you know, given that the name of the game is the Hunger Games, this should go really well. Also, hey, it's been a while since I caught a stream, says Grave Kennedy. Hey, it's good to see you again, Grave Kennedy. Kennedy, but in a grave, which, I mean, sounds a bit threatening, actually, when you say it like that. Yeah, we need armor, and we need armor bad, but that's fine. Also, Swag Bros, thank you for the £2 super chat, with a clown face emoji, which for some reason did render on YouTube. Usually they don't. But you know what's way better? A little Rahari RR who says, Harrow, I love ya, my boy. You know, I love ya, my boy, right back. There are some messages I don't know how to respond to, and we're gonna add that to the list of them, right? Like, oh yeah, I can talk forever about, if you ask me, like, so hey Toycat, what's your view on I don't know, what's a really nice simple question, like, what's your view on dentists, Toycat? And I'd say, like, you know what? I like dentists a little bit. I think they're, you know, suspicious individuals, you know, like, so you're like a doctor but only for teeth? You know, there's something about that raises some questions, but in general, I'm pretty pro dentist if I had to pick one side of the issue. Also, thank you, Mook Alice, for the $1, and thank you very much to Mook Alice for the $1 again. Again, I don't understand the people who donate lots of small amounts that don't get a message, but you know, I'm down with doing it regardless. So Cat's getting distracted by the comments. Isn't that literally a definition of, oh man, I'm just gonna get destroyed for anything else? Because whoever fights first in combat, it's a huge advantage. Fun fact, by the way. But yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun switching over this. Also, thank you very much, Swag Bros, for the £2 super chat. That was a popular server, I do believe, set up by a Minecraft Xbox YouTuber, of all things. But yeah, one of the interesting things is, like, live streams are kind of meant to be, like, there's an element of chat interaction in almost every stream, right? So how big the element is varies from stream to stream, streamer to streamer, game to game even. Like, if you're playing a game that has that, oh god. Like, when we're in a 1v1 moment, we're going to be way more focused on the game. When we're running around looking for chests and, oh god, we got immediately hit, because, again, the guy over here wants me dead, real bad. And I don't know how it happened, but we're dead again. I'm just not good at Hunger Games. My strategies from all these years ago, it doesn't work anymore. We got destroyed 3 times in a row. But yeah, are you in an Xbox-only lobby? I don't actually understand how the lobbies work. Supposedly, the servers can actually, discriminate? Make different lobbies based on the control input. But my understanding is that they don't. Like, they have the ability to, but there's not enough players for them to reasonably do this. I think you're being stream sniped. I think that last game, because, people like following me around and, it's a thing. I think that last game where someone came right at me, you can suggest it might be a thing, and you might be right, but rather than, oh man, I should have grabbed that. Okay, this is way better. See that guy right at me before anything else? That's someone who's literally going for the ocelot when he sees it, right? Like, there's no way that it's like, oh yeah, before anyone even has stuff. But it's fine. That's half the fun. If we can overcome that, we can overcome anything. The strategy is collect loot and hide till the deathmatch. Yeah, I think I've said this strategy before. It's not an honorable thing to do, but the easiest way to win, if winning is your only objective, is you don't even go to the center. You just run away. You pick up whatever loot you can, and you come either second or first, and you hope that it's first and not second, and you see how that kind of goes. But yeah, you can just wreck people at spawn, and someone's gonna come off me again. I can tell it. I can sense it in my veins, but it's fine. Or you can go attack people with better weapons even, because as long as but the someone's attacking me too at the same time. But they're attacking me with their fists, so it's not even a problem. Let's get down here. Let's do this. Let's kill the guy. He's going down. Oh, look, it's Big Beast again. It's one of the fascinating things about playing servers, especially for like older games like this one, is that a lot of people use YouTuber skins. I saw an Echo one earlier, because they're in that free Xbox skin pack that you got if you played Minecraft Xbox One. It might be available to everyone else as well, but like, I find that fascinating, personally. Like, oh yeah, it's kind of like the OGs. Like, to have a Toy Cat skin, you either need to go on a website and do a thing, or you need to have played Xbox. So it's cool to see on servers when people have. Look, there is Echo. If you don't know, like, old school Xbox YouTuber does Minecraft still to this day a little bit, but like, he's killing Big B right there. But it's not Echo, it's not Big B, it's just someone using both those skins. So yeah, you're going down, friendo. But yeah, like, streams are kind of like meant to be a bit distracted by the chat. Like, I'd argue distracted is probably the wrong word, right? Like, if you're being actively distracted, then something is going wrong. But you're meant to interact with the chat to some extent, and that's what makes live fun and maybe different, maybe better, maybe worse than a regular video. I would argue live streams, watching them back, some people have issues with them, right? Like, actually, I have the facts that people watch live streams for less time on average than they watch my videos. You'd figure that sounds astoundingly wrong, because my average live stream is like an hour and a half. My average video is, what, 10-ish minutes? I'm a YouTuber, so let's assume 10 minutes. Like, 15 minutes, I'd say, and sometimes shorter. But the fascinating thing is people watch those 15-minute videos for longer on average than people watch an hour and a half live stream. Maybe that's interesting to you. Maybe it's just to me. Like, there are so many back-end stats on YouTube that I find hugely interesting. And now, I know. Why did that show up on the screen? But yeah, that's one of those things that is a thing. So, what server are you playing? I play Mineplex. Please be hungry, says Apex or MC. I am breaking one of the key rules of the Hunger Games right now. The founder of this game mode will be turning in his grave if he knew this. But yeah, one of the things that is a thing apparently is... Also, thank you very much, Addison Hubs, for the 99 cents. We're going to mute chat now. You ruined it. People who decided to do those things. Like, okay, now it's gone forever. There's no more chat. Which, to be fair, looks better anyway. Thank you very much, Addison Hubs. And to go back to my point, yeah, dentists, they're concerning dudes, right? I would like to tell a miniature story, because it's kind of like a follow-up to something I said on Twitter recently. So when I came back from China, Taiwan, whatever, the region. Also, I'm son of the source, IVX lol. You hurt my feelings, Caleb the Baker. You hurt my feelings. Can I... Again, this is something I'd like to... Again, maybe you find the back end interesting, so in the same way, you might be interested in what I have to say here. But I think in general, when a streamer or a YouTuber or someone who is live streaming their stuff, I think trying to abuse like friendship functions to appear on screen or whatever, I think that's always a no-go, right? Like the attention on screen, you know, it's this is my let's be really pretentious and call it a canvas. Also, why'd you put barely any ads in your videos to the abandoned exploration squad? I do the same with the live streams actually. Like I've got a button right now. I'm gonna do it just to prove a point. But I'm gonna like right now, a lot of you should see an ad, right? That's a thing that might have or should have just happened. And yeah, I don't show many ads, maybe as many as I could, because it's a two-pronged thing, honestly. One is that I don't like want to annoy people. Like, you know when you watch a video, it's like 10 minutes long, it has 8 ads, and you're like, how is that even an option? And you don't always get 8 ads, but the fact that they wanted, that they were giving you the potential to watch 8 ads, it's just like, well, okay then. It seems to me like they're really sure about, I know it's almost arrogant, like my content's so great, you will watch 8 ads. And it's like, well, I mean, I want to make content so great you would watch 8 ads, but that you don't have to, you know? Like, that's my first thing. Because a lot of people did not see an ad log. No ad for me. Well, you know, the button doesn't work, apparently. There's a button that live streamers can press and show an ad to their stream. I think it's much bigger on Twitch than on YouTube. Like, again, I don't even notice any real difference. Because the other angle, besides not trying to annoy people, is there isn't a huge increase. You might think, like, so if I show you one ad, that's worth, let's say, it's worth less than a penny, but let's just say a penny to keep things simple. So 2 ads is worth 2p. But the reality, again, oh, we're playing deathmatch, apparently. But the reality of the situation is that, like, 1 ad is worth a penny, 2 ads is worth 1.0, oh god, what? Is worth, like, you know, 1.01 or 1.05 or something. Oh, what? Oh, okay, this is fun. That was, this is a good server. This is a real good server. So let's play again then, I guess. So, person who said that you can just wait till the end. Clearly that strategy does not work there. By the way, big thank you. I missed the super chat, but thank you very much for the £2 super chat. What server is this? I think I answered that one. It's Mineplex, right? Unless I got halfway through and then stopped saying it. That's a thing we do a lot, isn't it? That's a thing we do a concerning amount. But yeah, it's really fun playing the Hunger Games again. It's funny that even after all these years, though, it doesn't quite work. At least not on Bedrock. So we have Mushroom Stew. This is my one primary thing I have going for me. And we're going to see how well this works for us, I guess. We're just going to desperately find any chest anywhere. Is this a chest? It is technically a chest. And yeah, we've blocked ourselves in a corner. Not a smart move, I wouldn't say. Generally speaking. Yeah, because one of the things about the Hunger Games that really, to me, strikes me as not built for Minecraft is you can't break blocks. If I try to break blocks, it won't let me. And, like, that's one of the fundamental things that makes Minecraft special, right? Like, being able to... you know, tell me if you disagree, but being able to, like, change the world is half the brilliance of Minecraft. Like, the PvP in Minecraft is arguably its worst aspect, right? And a game that was made up of only Minecraft's worst aspect is one of its most popular games. Because, again, the Battle Royale underlying concept was so great. Which is why when games had a real FPS behind it, like... I would say Fortnite, but even Fortnite's not a great example of an FPS, right? It's a good Battle Royale, but a bad FPS. If it didn't have Battle Royale, it would be 100 times as small, right? Maybe you disagree with that one, but yeah, I wonder why it is that the Battle Royale element became so big in a game that doesn't have so big battles. Maybe honestly, like, people are just desperate for any game where they can have that last man standing, good feeling when you win. Because also, thank you for the 99 cents. Because one of the things that I feel like so many games got wrong in their, like, free-for-all game modes is you'd all be fighting at the same time and whoever's score was biggest would be the best. But there's something great about elimination game modes where you kill someone, they're gone, they're dead forever. It's great. Also, someone said he saw an iron helmet. I believe it was a chain helmet. And I want to say gold and chain are the same. I always forget the armor charts after. It's okay, we're dead. No, we're not. Oh, how did that even... What just happened there? I don't know, but let's drink some mushroom stew. Let's go fight some more people, I guess. So yeah, we're going to get this guy from behind. Because again, first combat works. Also, I love the realm videos. Keep making more. I just finished it's not necessarily an experiment, but I did something weird with my realm recently. And, yeah, so it's finished now. I'd like to have that be on record. Oh, gosh. But yeah, look how weird combat works. Like, I don't even know what to take from this. Oh, there we go. He's dead. Also, we didn't eat our mushrooms too earlier, apparently. Oh, okay, we gotta get out of here. Can we get out of here? I don't think we can. I think the way speed works is someone's always running faster than you. Can we talk about the Lizard Kingdom rising up? I mean, I think it's just inevitability that one day the lizards will replace us all, right? You know, something. Okay, we can get away from this guy. All we have to do is cleverly parkour in a way that he probably can't if he's playing on a mobile device. And if he's playing on a regular device, then we just assume we're dead. Yeah, the problem is I can't eat food. And the food thing doesn't seem to work anyway on this server. You know, I guess it is called the Hunger Games for a reason, right? Also, good reference, by the way, Oh, he's hitting me with a bow, it seems. Okay, let's just eat some steak. This can be my secret strategy. And then we'll switch out our armor from back here. We don't have a single... Oh, we do have some boots. Okay, there we go. We've got all chain and all gold otherwise, which is pretty terrible, but it's fine. There we go. Okay, so someone says play CubeCraft Survivor games. I don't believe their Survivor games doesn't work. Again, this is astounding to me that this is a fact, but as best I can tell, none of the major servers that have working survival games on Bedrock. Like on Java, you know, it works fine. Place in Hypixel, place in Mineplex, play whatever. But on Bedrock, that is not an attitude you can have. Interesting to me, at least. Maybe it's just sad for the state of the game otherwise. You tell me. Also, what just happened there? I think it just refilled. By the way, big thank you for the £5 super chat. AJ Robo is EJ Robo. I was pronouncing it like AJ Robo, but EJ Robo says I had a choice between you and another YouTube stream. Guess what I chose? I'm going to guess you by the fact that you give me money. Unless it's like consolation money, like, well, I picked the other YouTuber, but I feel bad. I have a loyalty towards you, Toy Cat. So here's your £5. Also, Stephen, we should what's your opinion on big butts? I mean, the default response is I like big butts and I cannot lie, right? That is the well-known, that is the popular opinion. Let me take a stance against big butts, because I think the wonderful thing about butts is that they come in all different sizes, and as long as that size is a consistent shape, then that's all that matters in the world. That's all that matters in the world, if you ask me. So, yeah, there you go. There's my controversial and very much correct. We're going to kill this guy. He's dead. Oh, too late. Too late for you, friend. And now we kill the guy who's somehow got... Oh, yeah, there's still other people. Again, same strategy for everyone. Like, just go AFK for a really long time. Okay, so we hit him twice with some arrows, and then we chase him. Oh, I think he's starving to death. Taking the Hunger Games a bit too seriously, if you ask me, mate. Oh, no, there's an invisible person. That's what it is. Like, you can tell. Like, I'm being like, it's not that there is some lag. It is literally an invisible person, right? Or maybe it's lag. The way we were both being hit by someone who we couldn't see. Yeah, you saw that, right? Like, there is no one around me right now. But yet, yeah, there is an invisible person in the game, and they can't hit very well. So we're just gonna deliberately run around, maybe. And then we gotta like heal up from an invisible assailant, and then we're gonna try and kill them, because here's the thing, I believe we should be able to actually kill him. Because as long as he exists physically, we're fine. So yeah, this is what Hunger Games is. There's one guy out there who's like, I want to be the very best, like no one ever was, in the Hunger Games. Oh, I killed him. Was it that guy? It could be that his model wasn't following around the player. I don't even know what to take from that. I won the Hunger Games, guys. Are we proud? Take some moments to... Yeah, we won. Did we feel good? Is that my victory hour moment? As they say, I believe. How do we... By the way, if anyone knows, how do you turn off friend requests? I don't want them. Or party requests or whatever. So, the Hive will have Survivor games in the future. I'll play it if it's good. Yeah, look, everyone's proud of me. Tomcat equals most hungry. I'm very offended that you spelt Toy Cat wrong. Honestly, you're not... Okay, first of all, hey, it's Gimme. Welcome, Gimme. Wait. Oh, Gimme Dat Gaming. That is a name I have not heard in a while, friend. But, one of the things that I think is... Nope, I lost my train of thought. You know, I don't think anything, apparently. I just don't think anymore. I don't... But yeah, thank you very much, everyone in the chat. Oh, yeah, what I was going to say is one of the things that annoys me most... I don't even know why, but people who, like, have autocorrect retype Toycat into something else. Because the two most common ones are Tomcat and Toyota. And it's like, you know, the number of similarities me and Toyota have, I'm going to be honest, it's not a big list. It's not a big list. Also, we're just slaying people today. I shouldn't have killed that guy. He gave me a chest plate. But you know what's better than a chest plate? A murder. An invisible wall that hurts you, not a person. Oh, is there a part of the game telling you that you shouldn't go past a certain point or you'll take damage? Because if so, why was it hitting me when I was standing still? You know, we'll assume we can work around that, right? Because that would explain why the other guy was being hit too. You know, I'll take it. Hey, dude. Hive's 5 Games is releasing this month. See, like, the thing is like, one, I feel like they're a bit late to the Survivor Games train, right? You know, what hot new mini games should we release? Wait, how's he hitting me? Okay, here we go. We got this. No, we don't got this. Like, you know, you and Toyota both drink petrol, says J Birchlog. You know, I can't argue with that. Consider the misspelling payback for the terrible Texan accent. I think that was a beautiful Texan accent yesterday. 2 days ago. Change your channel name to IBX Toyota for now. I've always wondered how much damage something like that would do. By the way, look at this guy's boots. Okay, they're gone. Don't look at that guy's boots anymore. I've always wondered, like, how much damage it would do if I just, like, one day switch my channel branding. Like, you know, I think it'd probably be, like, some breach of copyright law to be called Toyota, right? Like, you know, I'd definitely be IBX Toy Honda. Am I right? I want to say they're both Japanese companies. I could be wrong on that one. Oh, one of the best jokes you'll ever read in your life is the outro joke on an upcoming Seed Sunday. I don't want to spoil it for you, but it involves Honda, and you know it gets good when Toycat's making car name jokes. That's the highest form of comedy, I do believe. It's a well-known thing, right? Like, the highest form of comedy is jokes about Honda Accords. You should do more live streams, says Education Bulldog. Like I said, there's this really fascinating thing where a live stream is something that people, even, like, you know, obviously there's the fact of, like, well, a live stream's great when it's live and not so many people like it afterwards, generally speaking. But the stats fascinate me that people watch videos for longer than they watch live streams. If I spend 2 hours making a video and 2 hours making a live stream, you'd figure, like, oh yeah, well, I mean, you know, the live stream, blah, blah, blah. But people watch the video for longer. And, you know, I like making videos. So I consider myself a YouTuber who live streams because I enjoy it rather than... Because, you know, I make YouTube videos because I enjoy that too. But there's always a element of, like, well, if you don't make one in 6 months, then people will stop remembering you exist because it's the internet. Whereas live streaming, I could stop live streaming for 6 months. I will try not to, friends. I rewatch your live streams. Again, apparently you're part of the minority. I'm just giving you the facts here. If you watch this far on a live stream, if you want, right now, wait, I can show you that the average view duration on this stream is 3 minutes and 46 seconds. If you've been watching for more than 3 minutes 46 seconds, you have a longer, I was gonna say lifespan. But also, Toycat is the physical equivalent of the Helix vessel. Is that an insult? Because I feel like it's not, but it feels. I feel like it wasn't intended as one, but it feels like it is one. You know, like, what? The Helix fossil? I mean, I'm clearly the oh man, the one that makes the Oma Star, not the Kabuto. The other fossil. That's the joke. I literally avoided your live streams to watch later. I don't understand that logic in the slightest, Rosie Pharaoh. You're gonna have to explain that one to me. Attention span, that's the one, not lifespan, attention span. But yeah, people, like, if you've been watching this more than 3 minutes and 47 seconds, starting, you know, 3 minutes, 47 seconds ago, then you have a longer attention span, you know, probably lifespan too, you know, be proud of yourself, than the average viewer. In fact, right now, okay, even if you hate my guts and you're about to click off the video, just so we can see how fast this goes up, everyone watching here right now, just watch for at least 4 minutes. After 4 minutes, click away from me, you never see my face again. Like, you hate me, you hate my guts. Oh, this British person wants my attention, my valuable attention that I'm gonna spend watching YouTube videos about conspiracy theories and rabbits or whatever. I don't know what's cool with the kids these days. You know, just spend 4 minutes. Just 4 minutes. Just starting now, spend 4 minutes with me. And let's see how this goes. Maybe have a good time. Maybe... Oh, this guy's iron armor. We definitely want that. So let's take it. As always, that's the best way to get anything done, I guess. But, pro tip if you want to get a lot of stuff, put it into a chest and then you can pick stuff up. Isn't that wonderful? So yeah, we're going to win this. We've got iron armor. As long as we don't get confusingly destroyed again. Watch everyone leave. You know, actually, let's see how that one does go. No, I'm going to use it to stream snipe use as MKA and combat death. I think, yeah, there is... I think the Hunger Games is honestly not a game where stream sniping really matters too much. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like, besides the very start of the game. This is awkward, I was about to leave, but now it looks like I hate him, says Falafel Sirs. Just give me 4 minutes of your time, Mr. Falafel Man. Or Falafel. Oh, let me... Okay, can I tell you about my journey into the word falafel? Because I have encountered falafels... Before I was 18, I encountered them thrice in my life. I encountered them once, because they were in my fridge one day. I encountered them a second time, because it was like, oh yeah, they made a falafel joke in Community, I think. And then the third time, so I'd seen them, I'd heard them, I'd put the two together, and then there was a girl. She was in my school. I thought she was attractive, and I don't even know why this is a big thing, but like she mentioned one day like, on the way home, I like to try and get some falafel, and I was like, you made a big mispronunciation there. It's falafel, and she was like, oh yeah, that's a thing. And then I later looked it up, like 5 years later, like I had a nightmare about it or something, and it turns out it was falafel, and I should feel bad about correcting someone about pronunciation anyway, maybe. But like, I have like fever speech, like, I gave her the wrong pronunciation. Why did I do that? I'm a bad human being. So fun fact for Toy Cat, I guess. Also, thank you to everyone who's given me their 4 minutes. I do appreciate it. It's all I want in the world. Just 4 minutes of your attention. So if that guy, oh yeah, that guy ran outside the edge and then he went flying. So we're gonna fire an arrow and just see who that does something to. Gonna just knock both these guys out and then call it a day. Okay, one guy is dead. Eat some steak. Go for the second guy. God, you guys are uncold. You've ruined her life, says Just Martinez. Right, imagine, right? She's at her first day of like, I don't know, a job or something. I don't think she does much these days. But she's at her first day of whatever she does, and then, you know, she's like, well, would you guys like to hear about falafel? Sorry, falafel. She's like, you mean falafel, the Middle Eastern? Oh, we don't have arrows. We're gonna die. Okay, we're not gonna die. We're not gonna die. We're not gonna die. Hey, Toy Cat won the game. We won it, guys. We are what I believe the official term is epic gamer victory. Also, one guy is dead. Eat some steak. That is how you do it, right? You celebrate your victory with a nice steak. Also, thank you, Emo, for I'm not gonna no thank you for the 99 cents. Oh, we got disconnected from the whole lobby there. Let's go back in, I guess. Oh, someone amplified it. Look, we're gonna get more XP. Thank you, Evil Melidius. Let's go in and let's. Oh, we can configure our kits apparently. Do you have to pay for them? Yeah, you do have to pay for them. Well, that's sad, isn't it? Well, I guess that's the way they make their money or whatever. Toy Cat, can you give me love advice? I can give you love advice. Are you gonna finish the sentence? No. Again, I mean, one of the facts. It's just a fact of life if you're watching this stream. Like how your attention span, if you're watching this, is less than 4 minutes. Still, by the way, after my plea for your attention, the average view duration is 3 minutes and 58 seconds. That is the average. Oh, it's just hit 4 minutes. Okay, thank you guys. I guess because as we've gone on. Wait, this isn't right. I don't know what we did, guys. I didn't want to do this. Should we jump off the edge? Is that an option? That is not an option. I do like this game mode a lot, but you know. The game mode is called, the stream is called playing, whatchamacallit, Hunger Games. And we are going to stay true to that one. So, Toy Cat, I was in your last Hunger Games match. That's good of you. It's actually bad. I prefer it if you aren't. Again, I feel like stream sniping ranges from cute and quirky and, you know, like, oh yeah, you were in a game, to very tragic, clickbait, I lied to you all. If I get bored of a video, I just stop paying attention instead of clicking off Lamau. See, that's good for my average view duration. Please keep that attitude up. That's all I ask you. Yeah, I definitely did click this, right? How did I not end up in Survivor Games? You know, because we can't call it Hunger Games for legal reasons. I don't know if you know that, by the way, but like, it was the reason it was called the Hunger Games, then every server calls it Survivor Games, is because like, well, we can't really name a game mode after a major movie that's a bit Sue happy. Also, you know, I'll give you love advice in a minute. Like, you know, chat. You know, you'll be welcome to give me some love. Give me some questions for me to badly answer. But did you know the woman who made Hunger Games insists that she made up the idea herself, even though there's like this really popular Japanese thing that came before it called Battle Royale. Like, you know, that's by the way why other games call themselves Battle Royale, because she insists she made the thing. She's too heavy about it. But yeah, it's a fun little thing. When you click on the email notification, expect to get a video, but get a live video instead. Isn't a live video better? Like, my house could be set on fire any minute now. I could be dead by the end of the hour, and you could watch that. Whereas, like, imagine this, right? I upload a video, I burn down my house, you know, social experiment gone wrong, lol. YouTube removes it, you never get to see that. Oh, there was that guy. I think it was a Japanese guy. He actually burned down his house in a live stream. He was playing with a lighter. It lit something on fire. His whole house burned down. You can't watch a video of that unless you're on like Live Leak or something, I assume. But you can't watch a video of that on YouTube because that's against the YouTube rules. But YouTube can't take down live streams until after the rules have been broken. So yeah, keep watching in case my house burns down. It might be a really great idea. But yeah, so you want to be watching live streams, and you want to be watching for more than 4 minutes. Once you've watched 4 minutes, then you can click out. But until you've watched 4 minutes, you know, call it a day. You know, quick little attention span thing. Let's do this right now. I still have the timers from speedruns ready to set up. We'll let those guys kill each other. But what we can do, just chat. Try this one right now. Again, if you're just joining the stream right now, you're just gonna have to trust me that this is. Oh god, there's a guy coming off me. Oh, he's giving me a sword. I'm sorry, an axe. Sorry. I panicked. Okay. I stand my ground. Laws are a thing. So what we'll do is we'll chrono up. Just try and watch until this hits 4 minutes and 7 seconds, and you have a better attention span than the average viewer. Tell me if you can do it, chat. Tell me if you can do it. I just want to know. What's your favorite frisbee? Mine's 4. That's a high quality. You know, what are the things I love? I don't like that I like it because as a streamer, it's not very fun to go through. But like the insane side of like, oh yeah, this joke is funny because it isn't a joke. Like anti-jokes, right? Like, why did the girl fall off the swing? You know, because she had no arms. It's not funny, but it's hilarious at the same time, right? Like, hey, Toycat, love from India. Thank you for the Indian rupees, Shrum Chopra. Do appreciate it. I love the rupees in India because, I mean, like, something Legends of Zelda, right? Like, best currency in the world. There's a reason they named the rupees in Legends of Zelda after it. Okay, chat, you've only got to watch 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes, and then you can click on the next video about houses burning down and, you know, forest fires. Don't worry, it's gonna be a thing. It's gonna happen very shortly. But in the meantime, I can respond to messages like the one from PayPal Payments, who says you should do more realm experiments. Again, the next realm experiment sort of thing. There's technically 2 happening right now. One is just finished. It's like a 24-hour weird thing. Again, I think you'll like it, but you know, I'm just one person on the internet. I don't get to decide what you'll like. Probably. Oh, he's got a bow. Oh, too late. But so Cat, you can't convince people to watch your whole live stream. Yeah, you know, it's weird. Okay, so think about it this way, right? The stream has been what, 35 minutes so far. On average, people have watched a little bit over double the time on screen right now. Is that because a lot of people are seeing it on their homepage, clicking on it and being like, you know, this British guy, I don't like the way he says the word, I don't know, what words do I say different? Chat, actually, wait, can you, if you're from a country that's not the UK, what words do I pronounce in a way that you don't expect? Society has 0 attention span, lol. Okay, you can do this. Just 1 minute and 40 seconds more, and you can leave this video forever. Come on, you can believe in yourself, strangers. Believe in yourselves. You might not like me. You might not like my accent. Also falafel. Mirror, roof, schedule. Oh, I have a roof story. So let me tell you. So I had a leak in my roof when I got back from China. My roof was leaking. So I had a guy come round today. I did the very adult thing, by the way. Like, it's hard to admit you got a problem and to tell a professional about it. What your brain wants to do is just say, like, you know, there's no problem. I won't even think about this. But there was a leak in my roof. A roof in my leak, if you will. I mean, that's technically true, right? So there was a roof in my leak. And... Are we dead? Oh, no. We're in the final fight. Without really anything to keep us going. So I'm just going to try and stand on top of here. And then we're going to let the other people fight. And then we'll get involved with them later. No, I'm late, says Life Sucks. Your life sure does suck. Okay, come on, chat. 30 more seconds. Can you keep your attention span going? You can leave right after that. If you hate my guts, I need to get out of here right now. I'm dead. It's over. It's... Okay, I'm alive. Okay, he knows I'm here. Oh, dear. I'm here. But no, I'm late. Also, welcome to the live stream. It's okay. You're late, but I forgive you. Because at least you might watch for 4 minutes and 13 seconds, our current average, by the way. Would you say you're a pro at survival games? So technically, professional just means you get paid to do something. And I'm a professional in the sense that I get paid to play survival games. That guy just gave me $5 because he was late to watching me play survival games. Think about the layers on that one. Also, so yeah, I fixed the problem today. You guys proud of me? I'm proud of me. If you're not proud of me, then you should be unproud of yourself, I reckon. So let's get this guy. Okay, the arrows do not work on this server. Like, look at that delay. Like, you can't hit anyone. I guess they can probably bend around corners, right? Hey, there we go. So now we just charge in. And we'll kill the guy. Yeah, that's my plan. We'll just knock him outside the zone. Oh, no, you don't. Hey, Tuggat won the game. We did it. We're the best. We are what you call in the business a very, very good Minecraft. I'm a Minecraft Hunger Games pro. Chat, by the way, also, you've watched your 4 minutes. Are we proud of ourselves? Oh, we did it. You watched enough time that you watched more than the average. You have an attention. Although apparently not everyone did it, because otherwise my average view duration would be higher. But you know, some percentage of you watched that whole 4 minutes. I'm proud. Good job, guys. Keep it up. So, Kat, can you explain how you began your Minecraft career? I mean, can you really call it a career? Or is it just like, Toy Cat plays Minecraft, and people sometimes watch, and there's somehow a business model in that. That's my description of events. I need this sword. Okay, now we use the sword. We just start killing people. Including this bird, by the way. I hate this skin. And now it's... Oh, no, that's a guy who's from my realm. That was a literal stream sniper. I spotted him. I was like, you know, I've seen this skin before. So, Cat, political views on baked beans. You know, I think we need to take baked beans out of Europe. We need to take back control of them. And we need to put them over in the other side of this, whatever debate that is. You know, I'm very anti-baked beans, right? Can we just all take a quick note and say, baked beans are so horrendously bad that they come with tomato sauce by default, right? Like, think about that for a minute. Think about any other food that has to come packaged with a sauce. Also, sorry I'm late. I love you, says awesome person. See, you're an awesome person, and you gave me money, so I love you too. You know, love is very transactional when it comes to Minecraft live streams. You know, if we're being honest, it's transactional all the time, but like, let's pretend that it's just for these live streams. Or just for my live streams. Definitely not every other YouTuber. But yeah, you give me money, I'll love you slightly more. We need to build a wall to keep the baked beans out. I'm just saying, right? Name a single other food that has to come packaged with sauce because you wouldn't eat it by itself. Think about it, right? Think about that. So yeah, baked beans, bottom tier bean. Like, you know, beans are a pretty bland category, and within beans, baked beans are at the bottom. I think they're popular because we're too suggestible. Like, oh, these things are really good with this tomato. Like, I think, you know, Heinz, or whoever sells baked beans, I think, you know, Heinz is the biggest manufacturer. They're just really, really, really good at making tomato sauce. The beans are kind of irrelevant, right? Like, oh, it's technically a vegetable or something. I mean, not really, right? Refried beans gang. Oh, that guy was full-on hacking, right? Like, that speed he was running at. You know, maybe it's just that weird bug every Bedrock server has, though. Toy Cat, how would you pronounce Pula? Romanian word? I don't think I would be able to. Also, I don't think I've ever had baked beans, says Liam Venomir. If you had baked beans, you'd realize that really you're just having tomato sauce with beans on the top, or in the middle, around them. It's a bit complex, really, isn't it? Okay, we got ourselves a chest plate. We got ourselves some boots. Should we try and play the Hunger Games, but we don't eat anything at all? Because, like, right now we're playing... Oh, no, you don't. You want to punch each other to death? Okay, so... We're going to get inside this house. We're being chased. If we don't get a weapon, we're dead. We didn't get a weapon, but the guy stopped chasing me. Okay, here's a weapon. Here's some boots. Here's some leggings. Let's go kill a guy, I guess. Yeah, so this is one of the most, one of the oldest Minecraft Hunger Games maps ever. If you haven't ever seen it, then it's a thing that exists. I remember I played this back in 2012. I think for a YouTube video, maybe on my channel, maybe on someone else's. But I think it's weird seeing this in 2019. So Kat, what was your next place to visit? Or what is your next place, or what was my next place? Because my next place previously was China, but then I went there, and now it's not my next place anymore. I'm going to try and spend, like, a month and a half in the UK. Because, honestly, if you, this is, like, the weirdest thing to complain about in the world, maybe. But, if you... Oh, you can throw axes with the left trigger. I don't know if that does anything good, but you can do it, apparently. But, yeah, basically, flying during July and even August, it's horrendous. Like, it costs more because everyone wants to do it, and then the planes are fuller, so you pay more for a worse experience. So I try not to fly during July because I don't even like heat anyway, and it's probably a good time for YouTube or something, right? So, yeah, the next thing I'm going to Mexico City in August, and then I think also to Cancun. Or separately in August, and then I'm going to Houston, America, or Houston, Texas, America. There's a lot of nests in that. I'm really excited for Texas on a food level, and also I think like a space level. You know, because oh god, you see that, like, this axe? I don't understand how it works, but what is it? What is this meant to be? A throwing axe? We need to get a sword. Clearly, is what I've learned from this though. But, yeah, pro tip, if you have the choice, like, what time you have to take a holiday, don't make it in July or August. Tex-Mex is the best. Oh, I'm technically going to Mex-Tex, aren't I? I'm going to Mexico, then I'm going to Texas. Or the good old-fashioned Mex-Tex. Anyone who visits Texas and doesn't eat Raising Cane's should be put in jail for life. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for food suggestions, like, a day before I go. And then I'm going to, like... I think I might literally do a fast food tour. Because, okay, so first of all, there's Whataburger, I want to say, is like, everyone's like, no, this is better than Five Guys, this is better than In-N-Out, whatever. You know, like, there's a burger war in America, and I want to be the most informed. I had a girlfriend, there was someone I knew once, oh man, see, if that bow worked, like a real bow, if that was actually a bow and not a projectile, throw a projectile 6 seconds later weapon, I'd have killed him. See, everyone loves Wahlburger, right? Isn't that crazy? There's also, I want to say Buc-ee's it's a convenience store, but people love it anyway. They sell merchandise or something. There's a few, like, honestly, when it comes to America, I think what America does best is fast food. Like, if you want to spend a lot of money, you probably can. But if you want to spend, like, $6 or something like that, you'll get an amazing meal. Also, okay, I don't understand the logic on this. You don't have to tip fast food workers. Explain that to me, chat. Why is it that everyone, you know, like, people need your money, unless they work at fast food, in which case, they better die, they better starve to death. Okay, this guy has been in every game, right? Or this skin, at least. The good news was we killed him each time. But, also, there is a burger war in America. It's, America. Hey, that's a fun little joke right there. So, Cat, you missed my donation, says ICT. I'm very sorry, Mr. ICT. Thank you very much. Can you please say Niao Dempsey is very cool, thanks. You're not... I'm glad I missed your super chat. But you're not Niao Dempsey. He's very cool, thanks. You tip subway workers. Do you really tip subway workers? I don't know what's a joke anymore, you know? Like, you know that's how it is for the rest of the world, right? Like, oh yeah, there's the world, and then there's America, where you just trust that, like, well, you know, by not knowing the system, you're a dick. You know, you are literally, so, you know, like in most systems, if you pay for goods and services, you know, you're paying the employees behind it. But you know, in America, you are telling that employee to go starve because you didn't look up like whether they were or were not a tipped employee. You really just said subway workers. Nah, I'm really bad at saying words. You know, it's a wonder. I make my living saying words on the internet. Over Minecraft Hunger Games, of all things. But I can't say words very well. Like, I used to... One of the things back in the day... You know, this guy's dying. He's called Average Idiot 07. So he's 12 years old. Or he's turning 12 this year at the very least. Oh, too late for you. Oh, no, too late for me, apparently. I don't have a chess player. I don't know why I was fighting a guy. So we've won 3 games today, by the way. So we got to take something from that. I didn't realize tipping fast food workers was a thing. They get more than minimum wage. See, but like, there's a, you know, there's a whole thing going on here. Also, yeah, you know, I'm a tipped employee, right? If you don't tip your toy cat, then he starves. It's a well-known fact. Because that's the crazy thing. You do tip YouTubers, but also most people don't. What if it became not mandatory? They're like, wait, that's what Patreon is, right? Like, if you put videos behind Patreon paywalls, it's just saying, hey, you have to tip me, or you don't get the thing. Man, this is too deep and complex for me to dive into. I like your hair. Thank you very much, Windows Turtle. You're 8 boy. There's a consistent stream. I would say it's like 1% of people who watch my videos who just dislike, who are just like, what? Why is your hair not the way that everyone else's hair is? That's the gist I get from it. Some people are like, oh yeah, well it looks real bad because, you know, I bet you haven't showered in X amount of time, and it's like, well, you know, that's literally every day. I wish I could not shower for a month and not feel bad. You know, my dream, also, my dream life. Also, thank you very much for the super chat, for the tip, Camille Legowski. I absolutely love the idea of not having to shower, because showering is such a hard part of my morning. Like, it's not actually hard. Like, you get in the shower, you spend 10 minutes standing there, then you spend a minute, you know, putting some shampoo in, and a minute washing your body. It's, you know, it's a 12-minute process every morning. It's not like hard physically, but it's emotionally hard, you know? If I could not shower and like, oh yeah, you'll look exactly like you shower and no one will be able to tell. You know, I have an intrinsic self, like, I wish I didn't have this, but I do have the intrinsic thing of just like, oh yeah, well, I feel bad when I don't shower. Oh, what just happened there? Oh, it puts up a sign saying RIP. That's cute. Also, thank you, Becky Hubs. Not showing from others doing self-harm, not to mention harm to those nearby. Yeah, exactly. So that's the reason you don't do it, because everyone else can tell. Like, physically, by looking at you and by smelling. Like, there's 2 senses that go wrong when you don't shower. But assuming that those 2 things weren't impacted, assuming it was just some vague sense of like, because, you know, people say they shower because of hygiene. You shower because you'd be a slob, and, you know, like, people would like you less because you don't. Like, you can sum that up as hygiene, but like, the reason you wash your hands after going to the bathroom, that's hygiene. The reason you, you know, like, don't, I don't know, what's a good example? You don't reuse needles is because of hygiene. Is hygiene the word for that? I think it's probably hygiene. The reason you shower is because you don't want to be the person that no one wants to be around. I once had a guy tell me, like, you know, it was the first time, I was 13, he was just like, you smell bad, man. And I was like, well, you know, I did recently, you know, this is too much information. I'm not going to tell you why I smelled bad that day. But I was like, oh, other people can smell you all the time. Because when no one mentions something for long enough, you just assume like, oh yeah, no one knows. People know. And that's why you shower every day. But also you shower because, like, I feel bad knowing that that's a thing that everyone else can extrinsically tell. Also, it's okay, if you're a female, would you continue YouTube as a part-time job or a full-time job? Says YouTube sucks 87. Well, I mean, like, honestly, I think I've said this before, but I've mentally debated whether I would do better as a female streamer or you know, as a female YouTuber or worse. I think I definitely do better as a streamer because especially women who play games are generally, if they're at the same skill level, they're more captivating than men, right? Like that seems to be a fact. It's a hard to disagree with one. So you know, it's because yeah, is that controversial? I think that's a fine thing to say. Whether it would be like better in terms of like, would people watch videos for longer and give more money, or they'd be watching for the wrong reasons and they'd be like, oh yeah, you know, like maybe my incentives would be lined up. Because I've said this before and I still agree, but if you get a shout out as a YouTuber, I think it actually hurts your odds of making it big on the platform because you don't have the right, oh man, we're gonna die. We're gonna die hard, you could say. But yeah, we're gonna die because someone's gonna invite me. It's gonna be awful. But you don't have the right incentive system aligned up when that happens. I disagree. I prefer to watch male gamers. I prefer male voices better. Oh, I think amongst dudes, and dudes are just the majority in games. Like I think not all dudes and we accepted a party invite. You know, we'll just accept all of them. That's my thing. Does Toycat support duck rights? I do support duck rights. Also, I totally hear on the shower thing. It's hard to shot that I'm in the shower process. I have, like, honestly, I don't know, like, maybe this is, like, a sign that I'm, like, you know, really broken or something. But I have, or, like, you know, like, I'm secretly depressed and I didn't even know. But I have a real hard time getting out of bed in the morning. Like, I'm just like, why? I don't, there's no reason for me to, so I'm not going to. It's a terrible thing. There are a lot of people left alive and that guy immediately wants to kill me. Okay, you know what? I want to kill you too. You ever consider that? You ever consider that? Okay, we're gonna get back a little bit. We're gonna hide. We're gonna eat. We're gonna just run around that. Yeah, everyone wants me dead. There's definitely a lot of the people in here who maybe know what's going on here. That's a thing that's definitely possible. That's the pressure. I see, like, that's the thing that, like, it's not real though. Like, right? I think I enjoy being out of bed after I am out of bed. I just generally don't want to get out there in general. Because I remember I had someone close to me in my life once who was like, oh, I literally cannot get out of bed. It's literally impossible. It's like, well, it's not literally impossible, is it? You know, it's tricky right now for you. Oh man, that was rough. There were so many people left in that final showdown. Like, what were they doing this whole time? So, feelings on Stalin. Stalin was a really great guy. I don't think he did a single thing wrong. I don't think there's a single death that was by his hand. That's definitely a real thing. Gender wage gap doesn't exist, says Butter. I think on YouTube, like, it physically does, right? But not because of, like, you know, like, in the sense that, like, there are women who make less than, not, because there's no perfect identity, but, like, if you took all male YouTubers and took all female YouTubers, then there would be more money on the male side because there's more men on YouTube. Is that true? Actually, it feels like it's true. I don't know why I assume it is though. But I guess when you know, I wonder how it actually is. I'd love to see the stats on that. Actually, you know, I reckon there is a pay gap, but it's probably in favor of women on YouTube because makeup sponsorships are huge business. Like, makeup videos are literally advertisements. Every single video is just an advertisement for, here is some makeup you can buy that will make you look pretty like me. Literally every video. And if you don't buy the right makeup, then you won't look pretty like the tutorial you're watching. Yeah, we're gonna die. It's just a matter of when. Oh, you know, that message just got us killed. You know, people who are sending those messages, I hate your guts. I hate everything about you. And I said this earlier, but anyone who tries to mess with the on-screen environment, that's the worst. Now I have to go into, like, some settings menu, work out, like, how you stop those things coming in. And all because these people were just like, I wanna kill Toycat. It's gone now. It's dead. I think that sounds right. So, like, yeah, I think especially if you take the beauty community, they earn a lot more on average. I've seen YouTube stats. There are people who earn 10 times what I earn for the same number of views. I accepted a party invite. What does that even mean? There are people who literally earn 10 times for the same amount of views, if you want to call that work. I don't think it is. Views and work aren't the same metric. But yeah, that, you know, in an industry that is literally, when you're not employed by anyone, when you're just going out into the wild and fetching money from some, you know, giant source or individual source, like if you run an Etsy store, if you do something like that, there's no wage gap because there's no wages. Okay, you know today, dude came around my house, fixed my roof. He got paid £100, if you're curious, just to like fix some roof tiles or whatever. In that same amount of time, but that's just, you know, I don't know, I don't know where I was gonna take that story. But I was just gonna say, you know, there's a lot of variance, and it's not you. When you can blame a high power, people are way more likely to. But when you realize that, oh yeah, this is literally 100% down to just how, you know, on something like YouTube. Also, what just happened there? Oh, I recognize this map. This is another really old school Minecraft Hunger Games map. Like, very, very old. So, Cat, please talk about small YouTubers. I think small YouTubers have it harder than ever and also easier than ever at the exact same time on YouTube in 2019. There's my controversial stance, people. Oh, there's a guy following me. But, yeah, I would say that's true. I think it's really interesting to think about the fact that, you know, YouTube is, if you're a YouTuber, it's effectively the freest of markets, right? I mean, not in the sense of how you get your customers, but in the sense that, like, there is no, you can't argue there is any, you know, sexism or racism or gayism. What is it called? Discriminate. What is it called if you're discriminating against specifically, you know, LGBTQ? LGBTQ is all the letters ism. Is it called that? Is it homophobia? Homoism? I don't even know. What do you call it? But there's none of that on YouTube, right? Because the viewers decide that if you want to say that there is sexism or racism or one of those things, it's because people are deciding to watch those people less, right? That's just, and that's something that's really interesting to argue with, because you can then argue that that's arguably true all the time, just several layers deep, right? Like, if you buy products from what just happened there, by the way? What just happened? If you buy products from a company that is racist, like Chick-fil-A is really, really, really queerphobia, homophobic. Yeah, homophobic is technically fair, but people use it to mean. Also, can I not leave this game? I guess we'll fly around and watch. How much does YouTube tax your income? YouTube takes 45% of anything made on their platform. They take 30% of super chats, which is nice. Big air quotes. They used to take 5% and whatever. I'm just glad that people tip Toy Cat. Find the jungle temple. How do I get out of this, by the way? I guess we'll just leave the game and go back in. But yeah, there's a really interesting thing that, like, technically speaking, at any time, that's all that's happening. Obviously, it's the reason that it's wrong is because there's imperfect information. You don't know when you're looking at a can of Coke and a can of Pepsi. Is Pepsi more racist than Coke? Is either company racist? I mean, like, I would argue that a can of Coke can't be racist, but you don't know, and therefore that's why there's a thing. But when it's one layer between you and the thing that's happening, right? Then that's not an issue that you can say is like the fault of anyone besides everyone. And if you think something's the fault of everyone, then the way you fix, you know, that if something is the fault of everyone, then it is a fault. Like, we all collectively we know for a fact, like, if you, I heard, I think, some water coming from the bathroom. I hope it's not the leak coming back, but Pepsi Max is alpha cola. I've said this before, but Pepsi Max, especially with cherry in there, that's the stuff. That's my favorite stuff. I would buy Pepsi Max even if it was racist, homophobic, scared of gays, not discriminating against them. Like, you know, the Pepsi CEO was like, man, I went outside the other day and I was terrified that a gay might be in the street. If it was homophobe, because it's the better Coke, you know, the better cola or whatever. Society is biased, and that's the problem. Yeah, that's the thing, right? But like, if we know for a fact that we have flawed decision making. There are lots of things that we do as humans that we know are illogical. Let me think of an example. If you know the trolley dilemma is probably the easiest one, right? Like, if you could kill one person to save 5 lives, there is no reason you shouldn't, but everyone would struggle doing that. I watched Chernobyl recently, the documentary. If you could kill a dog and save millions of lives, or, you know, like, yeah, let's say you could kill a dog to save a child. Again, you should do it, but it'd be an impossible thing to actually make someone do. We're dead, by the way. But yeah, it's kind of fascinating that, like, we know we have. We know for a fact that we have... Also, thank you very much, Jacko, for the $1.99 super chat and for the contribution to the conversation. But we know that we have all these issues in our head, but you also can't say that they're really issues. Like, because if something is if something is intrinsic to the nature of being human, like, the fact that we die is a problem, and we should fix it, but we also can't be mad at people who die, right? Like, man, you died, what a chump. At some point, humans won't have an expiration date. When you're born, you know, if I say I'm gonna live till 2150, you guys know that that's probably not gonna happen, right? Oh, we're gonna die right now, actually. Speaking of my impending mortality, and you can't be. I think personally, you shouldn't be mad at how people are. You can try and fix the system that creates that, arguably. But you know, like, one day we will solve death. But until then, you shouldn't be mad at people who die. Like, man, Granddad, why didn't you just wait a few more years till we invented life preservation technology? Such a nerd, dying. This isn't the Hunger Games. I guess real life is kind of like the Hunger Games, if you really think about it. Moral discussions of good old toy cat. I mean, I think about it a lot, right? Because I am born in a class of people that is... You know, this sounds absurd, but this is a real fact, right? In 2019 online, you know, this isn't a thing you should say, but one of the groups that is most often I'm gonna try throw axes at this guy, by the way, because okay, he's got to eat as well. Let's both do our thing and get away from that. But like, there's at least maybe it's just my Twitter feed, but like, there's a lot of like angry, like, man, you know, straight white men own everything, and it's like, you know, I am free of those things, all free of those things. In fact, I mean, I'm technically Asian, not white, but people look at my skin color instead of my, you know, my actual breakdown, because, you know, I would argue that's racist, but that's a whole separate point. So that axe throw did not work in the slightest, but so because of this idea of like, oh yeah, well, you know, we don't hate you, we hate the system that created you. It's like, well, fix the system. You can't be mad at people for being born in any given point, right? Are you okay with the fact that you'll eventually die? I'm 100% okay with the fact that I'll die one day, right? Like, I've come to accept it. I think as long as it's like Asian, yeah, I've said it before, but I've got a Sri Lankan grandmother, right? I'm the whitest dude. I was born in the UK. I'm a British citizen, and I like British culture and British values and British, like, you know, I would identify, you know, to use a hot buzz term, I would identify as British, and I think most people would do the same. But you know, like, if you're going by the thing which a lot of people try to do these days, like, if you think it's all about ethnicity, then I am not white ethnically, right? Like, I'm a mixture of lots of a little bit of things. Oh, not English ethnically. I'm like Irish and Asian. Can't say British citizen either. It says it on my passport, so it says it here. Side note, you know, okay, if you live in Western Europe or you live in America, one of the things that I really appreciated after being in Asia for a week is like, just how cool it is to have a passport that lets you into so many countries. Like, there are lots of countries. I think Iraq is the worst for this. It's one of the worst, at least. There are so many countries where it's like, oh yeah, you go to there, you need a visa for every country you visit. Whereas even to get into China, one of the hardest countries, I just had to like speak to some people, have them laugh at my thing. Also, someone says something recognized privilege, but it's like, here's the thing, right? There's no inherent privilege in a group. There's more likely to, it's all based on chances, right? Like you can be born. What would be the bottom of each? Like there are lots of very poor white straight dudes, and there are lots of very rich. I don't know what it'd be like, black gay women. Probably not all of those. Like I couldn't name an example, but at least black gay men. You could say, or like women, gay, some LGBT status woman. It's like because and that's the problem. When you take groups, you lose the individuals, and when you demonize individuals for existing, then that's when we get to the stage where we're like, oh yeah, well now it's the same as demonizing someone for dying or for breathing. Like, why do you breathe? You guys breathe, you lame. I think we made a joke about this recently, right? Like, you eat food? I haven't eaten food since, like, forever. I'm not going to eat food. I can't believe you're still stuck on the human process of eating food. Oh, you eat food? Oh, man. I'm going to have to tell the boys about this one. Also, we are just dead. there was just, like, I was getting hit from a distance. I couldn't hit back. That's sad. England has one of the most powerful passports in the world. Yeah, the UK, Singapore, Germany, and I think there's another one, right? Have crazy, have crazy powerful passports. I think it's like 190. It's 190 something countries get you easy-ish access. Like you have to get a visa for some, but it's still a thing. So there's no privilege. There's no privilege based on groups, right? There's privilege based on individual circumstances. But then you're just saying some humans have it easier than others, and that's a fact we all agree on, right? Like we got a diamond, but we don't get a diamond. I'm gonna kill this guy, and then I'll have a diamond. Is there a reason his skin is just white? Is that like a unloaded skin or something? Yeah, this guy has an iron sword and a diamond. I definitely want him. I want everything about him, and I want it in my inventory. But oh, you can't swim in this particular thing, but. Yeah, it's when you simplify people to groups, you lose their individual thing, and that's how you get collective punishment too, right? Like one of the most horrifying things in the world. I think we should always strive to avoid. It comes back to hunger. We're talking about the Hunger Games because collective punishment. A lot of famines in history. A lot of more is a famous one that was. You can argue how it was. Even the Irish famine, like what if you think it was an imposed genocide, then that would be like, oh yeah, imposing, or to the very least the extent of the help wasn't the help wasn't given as effectively as it could have been, because at the time the Irish were seen as like sympathizing with the continent, the enemies of the English, and it's like, so you punish all of them, you make them starve because of that. The Hunger Games is a real life thing, a real life famine that's happened because we said, oh yeah, some people in a group are bad, therefore they're all bad, therefore they all deserve to be hurt. And that's how I think not hurting innocents is better than not hurting bad people. Like if you had a group of 10 people, 5 of which were innocent and 5 of which were guilty, and you could punish them all or punish none of them. Actually, wait, here's a big philosophical question. You got a group of 10 people, 5 are literally child molesters, or what's the worst thing you can be? Like murderers, child murderers? Somehow child molesters is worse than child murder. They're pretty similar, but whatever. Like they did some whatever the worst thing. They killed your ex-girlfriend. I guess your current girlfriend. I guess she would be your ex-girlfriend if she died, but you wouldn't be sad if she was your ex-girlfriend before she died. If you were considering breaking up with someone and then they died, that'd be pretty good, right? Kill all of them or don't kill any of them. What do you do, chat? You're the judge on the case. You have to kill all of them or none of them. Or let's say life sentence in prison if you want. Oh, teachers do collective punishment all the time, and it's horrific. Let me tell you actually. I'm not just saying this as like, oh yeah, I'm an innocent person who'd like to be spared. I once got my whole class collectively punished, and that was horrific. Like none of them like held it against me, but they could have. Kill them all? None. All of them, none of them. It's actually close to a 50-50 split, and that goes to show like, oh yeah, a lot of people think it's worth making some mistakes to do some good. A lot of people think it's worth, you know, like, letting some bad people go to ensure you don't punish innocents. And I have to imagine, by the way, that's got to be based on your experiences, right? Like, I think I'm anti-collective punishment because, again, the school system tells you what collective punishment is like. It was also... I think there's a few more people saying none. But I could be wrong. There's definitely a lot of alls. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. Oh god, we got trapped between two people. That was just bad. You know? You could say we were collectively punished by, but that's not that's not what the word means. That's a really tough decision I couldn't answer immediately. Punishment's not the point. The point is preventing more crimes. I mean, the same thing's true. If you lock someone in prison, you prevent them from making more crimes, right? And if you don't lock someone in prison, then you're allowing them to create more crimes. And obviously there's more subtle things like, okay, what if we had a tax on, you know, let's make the most ridiculous example. Like, okay, we know there is some gap between what men and women are. It's not 23% or whatever. It's like it's a few percent, like 2 or 3 to maybe 5 or 6, depending on the estimates. Once you account for all the different differentiators. Because, and the biggest reason we can say is like something pregnancy. What if there was like a 6% tax on men? And it was like, oh yeah, you pay this because there is a chance that at some point you will earn statistically 6% more. That is the same thing of like, it's still, if you're only talking about doing good for everyone, like I would say the reverse example, for example, to, you know, again, to take this philosophically, to make this a more broad question. So you've got a group of 10 people. 5 are, again, murderers. 5 are innocent people. See, now if you can give the whole group... If you can do something nice for the whole group or do nothing... See, I think... Okay, we're actually chat. So, you got that exact situation. There's 10 people. You can give them all £1,000. Let's say it's going to appear from nowhere. Or, like, that's a bad example. You can give them all £1,000 or you have to burn it all. Which would you do? So, give £1,000 to 10 people, 5 of which are awful human beings. Or would you give nothing to no one? Burn it all, have nothing happen? Because I think everyone would say nothing, right? In my head, I think that's what's I'm gonna read here. We should have a negative 6% tax. That's the problem with government is it's very in pretty much any major country, there is a serious revenue issue. Like, government always grows, it never shrinks, and therefore having a negative tax means it just has to be made up for elsewhere. Burn it, nothing. Literally not a single person said that they would give everyone the money. And that's funny, because again, it's the carrot and the stick, right? In theory, they're both motivators, but we see injustice as being so much worse than negative injustice is so much worse than positive injustice. Like, if we can avoid positive injustice, then it's like, oh yeah, I guess we should. And I think that's probably for a good reason, but maybe we shouldn't feel that way. Maybe we should give everyone the money, or maybe we shouldn't. I don't have a strong opinion on that second one. Like, I haven't even thought about what I would do. I think instinctively I would say give everyone the money. I think, yeah, screw it, right? Like, you know, 5 people might deserve the boost, and you know what? Those bad people, they have to live with what they've done probably, and maybe that makes their life worse. What is a positive injustice? A positive injustice would be like, oh yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take. Again, if you can help a group of bad people without hurting everyone else, that's a positive injustice, right? Like, if you can take every murderer in the UK and say, here's 50,000, go start a business, and assuming inflation is a real thing, so it's not quite a perfect analogy, or like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take a year off the sentence of anyone in prison right now. That's a positive injustice. That affects everyone equally, even people who don't deserve it. Like, people in prison wrongfully and people in prison because they killed a family of 8 people using their bare hands, they'd both be affected the same by that, and therefore I'd argue that's a positive injustice, right? We're gonna attack this guy from below. Oh, nailed it. Tell me if you disagree with that, actually. I don't... Is that a positive... I don't even know what the word is. But yeah, people feel more strongly about doing bad things wrongly than doing good things wrongly. Sorry, than doing good things rightly. That's yeah, I think that's what I want to say there. You'd rather do you'd rather not do bad things to good people than rather mistakenly give good... You know, I can't word that one out, but you know what I'm saying there, right? You know what I'm saying. There's no way people feel bad about what they do. I think everyone feels bad about what they do on some level. People have to justify it and they create whole loops of what they've done wrong. But one of the things human society is good at is 99% of us, people who aren't sociopaths, psychopaths, etc., do feel bad when we do something wrong. Like, assuming you're parented, right? It has to be something to do with the parenting system, mixed with society, mixed with the fact that in general, people want to feel good. But I think everyone feels bad when they do something bad. I stole a chocolate football when I was 4. Man, I felt bad about that for years. I told a girl falafel was pronounced falafel 6 years ago. I feel bad about that still, man. Like, you think that Hitler or Charles Manson, the guy that all the women all the people on Twitter are fantasizing over. You know, it's both genders. There are some men-loving men in there. But also, can we find out what this actually does? Like, you can throw axes in this, but it doesn't seem to do anything. Whatever. So, yeah, what we got going on here? There's a person that only kills bad people. Are they doing good or not? Well, I mean, oh man, it's the same person every time. It's the Alex skin, right? Like, they can run at me faster than I can do anything back. When is the next UHC? Oh, that'd be a fun idea. Maple mango. But I don't know. If you give £1,000 to everyone, and then 5 criminals can commit more crime. Oh, that's a good hypothetical. What if you could do good for everyone, and then as a result, bad had to be done? What if we had to accept, as a country, there was a vote on this. Everyone gets £100 tomorrow, but one person randomly dies. How do you vote on that? As a world, let's say, I guess. As a world, it's a bit different because the odds have changed. But would you vote yes? Would you accept $100 for the tiny partial bit of guilt of knowing someone died, based on your money received? That's a... Oh wait, here's a way to make that even more fun, like game theory. So if you vote yes, you get the £100, even if everyone votes no. And if everyone votes no collectively, no one dies. The only way someone dies is if more than half of people... What just happened there? I think it was the same thing, right? Like, but that only happens if half people die. It's called kill 12 people to be God. I'd kill 12 people to be God. Like, here's the thing: if you're God, you can bring them back from the dead, right? So I'd do that if that's a real hypothetical. Randomly, like, it has a possibility to be the president. See, I mean, like, I think this is like a negative part of our current system. I think you should, generally speaking, there are very few situations where you should want someone to die, right? Also, hey, IDX Toycat coming from Tennessee, says Kenny J. Tennessee is on my list of, like, I will fly there one day for some reason, for some very short amount of time. I don't know when, I don't know why, I don't know what, but I do know eventually. One day, it's a thing. I'd probably vote no. I think I'd vote yes if there was more money, though. Unfortunately, I need the money. I mean, £100 is always going to be useful on some level, right? If everyone gets £100, the value of your pound decreases. So, I mean, the reality of inflation... okay, so... If you gave everyone £100, every individual pound is worth less. But it's not worth... Like, it's not like everyone ends up in the same place. Because inflation is basically a tax on people who have a lot of money. Not people who have a lot of wealth. Because if you have wealth in other forms, then you also benefit from inflation. But if you have a lot of cash money, liquid assets somewhere, inflation is a tax on that. So some dude, probably, you know, there is probably a few millionaires who have millions in cash, whereas you have, I'm assuming, if you watch this video, you have like less than 10,000 on average. So he loses out 100 times more for inflation than you do. to keep things simple. So yeah, inflation in general, like, if you give everyone the same amount of money, as long as you're not in the top X%, I don't know what it'd be, like 5%, 10%, as long as you don't, because, you know, if money was perfectly evenly distributed, everyone would be the same loss from that. Fun fact, actually, like, using inflation as a tax was basically Germany's plan. Like, the reason Germany hyperinflated so much is because they needed to pay the allies, the victors of World War I a lot of money. Also, same exact thing happened. Dude got a weapon, comes straight for me. You know, maybe you don't realize that that's not how this is meant to work. So, deities can't bring people back in religion. I mean, they can bring people back, they just choose not to, right? Because heaven's so much better. Because didn't Jesus come back from the dead? I'm not. I hope that's not offensive, but I think he did, right? I'm not the biggest Bible man, but I am fairly certain that's an event. So Kat, can you tell me why people care so much about money and why people cling to the systems they've created? I think you care so much about money because anything. If you want anything that you can create intrinsically inside yourself, then you can do that, right? It might take a lot of time, but it's always on the roadmap. Whereas anything that you need other people to do for you in some way, on some level, requires money. And that kind of, in a world where more and more things that we can do are that way, like think about a phone, right? You can't make your own phone. You could probably try, but also like, oh yeah, I mean, wouldn't be a cool phone. Maybe it would be cool to make your own phone. But like, the more and more complex society gets, I think the more valuable, the more we need more things from each other, the more you need some exchange of value. And we live in a world where money is the exchange of value, right? Like, if someone gives you an iPhone, you can't paint their house for them. I mean, usually. you can't go to the Apple shop and be like, hey, Mr. Employee Man, I'll paint your house in exchange for that. So we have a method of exchange. That method of exchange is currently money. You know, in future it'll always be something that has what we currently call monetary value. And that's why people love money, right? Because we live in a world with more and more things that require other people. And when things require other people, it requires money because people, it sounds like a bad thing, but people don't do things for free, right? Generally speaking. Actually, they think souls are valuable to be sent back. Understanding that people would die and kill for a piece of paper is scary. For really depressingly low amounts sometimes, right? Like, there was a pensioner killed for, I think it was like a £10 recently. Oh, not recently, but I remember it was a big story when I was younger, and I was like, wow, that is a depressing amount to kill someone over. Also, money, says Kyla. Exactly. See, thank you very much, Kyla. Like, with that, now that I have that money, which, you know, I could, if I was given the option, like, hey, do X, Y thing for this, I can go after this stream, I can buy, like, a cookie or something. I'm actually really craving cookies right now. I saw an image on Twitter earlier of like a 5-pack from Sainsbury's, I think, and I was like, man, I would kill for some cookies. Oh, I guess I would kill for whatever the pack of cookies costs. But yeah, the reality is, you know, money isn't a piece of paper. Money is the representation of the whole system that we live in. And you know, because if people were willing to kill for a piece of paper, then, you know, someone would kill me in exchange for this. By the way, if you want, come kill me. You'll get this Bible. It's on my desk. You want to read about... Oh, wait. This probably has Jesus' resurrection in here, right? Let's see if that's a thing that happened. So let's just give this book a good read. Let's see if I was right about someone coming back from the dead. No, this doesn't have the resurrection. Very sad. There's a lot of things in here though. But yeah, if you want to kill for a piece of paper, here's a piece of paper, several bits of paper in fact. You can come to my house and kill me. Also, thank you very much. I appreciate Kyla. And that, by the way, notice how she didn't give me any pieces of paper. Notice how right now I am paperless besides the Minecraft Bible. Oh, you can see the corner of my screen really clearly when I do that. Isn't that weird, that like visual effect? Like, right now it looks like it's a smooth line until I go like this. Oh, man. I don't know why that bothers me so much, but, like, the line becomes really clear. Okay, I should do something else, I think. But, do liquidity injections decrease the value of currency? I think you'd have to be, pretty deep into economics to properly understand that question, but my understanding is that it should, but it doesn't seem to, right? Also, FBI is about to head out. Thank you for coming over, FBI. But yeah, so notice how Kyla gave me value, because she gave me $2. YouTube takes the $2, they take their 30% cut, then they give me $1.40, which converts to about £1.10 at current rates, if I had to guess. And then I'll use that £1.10 to get something nice in exchange. Like, again, a pack of cookies is £1, so I've got 10p left over after that to buy something with. Okay, I'm just gonna kill this guy right away. Okay, we're good. We got an iron sword now. I'm gonna whack that guy a few times. I'm gonna get out of it. Oh, I'm not sprinting. Okay, we're dead. So we're gonna do one last game, chat. One last game, because it's like we've gone on pretty far, and we're diving like deeper and deeper into like what even is money? What even is exchange of value? Why do people even care about money? So Cat bothered by something he's been doing forever for 3 minutes straight. I don't know what you're talking about there, but I totally agree. It's probably a thing. Hi, I'm new to the channel, says Biscuit Pie. Welcome to the channel, Biscuit Pie. Here we illogically talk about whether you would kill someone for some money. Or, you know, paper or whatever. That's a crazy thing. Well, you top of the class? In the UK, we don't stack rank people by class. This is the scariest thing. It's called, oh, I know the term. It's a Latin term, right? It's valedictorian in America, right? Oh, wait. You know, that's not the last game, clearly. The guy with the Star Wars skin, the same guy. Maybe it's not the same guy. Looks like the same guy. I recognize the name. I think he's on my friends list. Suspicious, if you ask me. But, yeah, one of the things could money get us a cave update. If we all believe hard enough. I think it will. What even just happened there? See, right? Like, this level of, this following is a bit too far. Why does the thumbnail say you're not hungry but you want cookies? Let's be real here. Okay, I might have a food addiction. Like, I would describe myself as having a food addiction. Oh, so if we select night, then we get less damage from attack. Why am I being an axeman? If that was even an option. But, yeah, maybe I'm just addicted to food, but I'm not hungry right now. But I could eat a whole cheesecake, a tub of ice cream, a pack of cookies. I ate some Doritos before the stream, actually. I wasn't hungry. I didn't really want to. I was just like, you know, I like the taste of Doritos, and who's gonna stop me? And the answer is no one's gonna stop me. And isn't that nice? Also, throwing TNT. Oh man, okay, same thing's happening. Same exact thing. This isn't working well. I'm addicted to food. I literally cannot live without it. Yeah, you sound like a pretty big addict there. I think everyone has their price they'd kill someone for also. A cheesecake's like 2,000 calories. Yeah, I'm not saying it'd be healthy. I'm not saying I'm going to. Like, I'm just saying if I followed my brain perfectly, I would be fat, right? Like, if I ate a lot, if I ate the way my brain wants me to eat, then I would be, you know, I would eat well past the point where I'm hungry. Therefore, okay, we're gonna do what people have done to me. You know, this is me. Oh, it's the same. It's literally the same guy. He's following me from game to game just to murder me at spawn. I don't even know how he's doing it. Like, I guess he's leaving each game before, which, you know, seems a bit spiteful if you ask me. But or maybe there's just a lot of people playing as the Wookiee from Star Wars. It's possible. I'd kill someone to have a hitman kill me, says Frillis. High quality. Also, Rosh Fragger says, hey Toy Cat, I've seen your various challenges. I've enjoyed the content. So I'm thinking of doing a new challenge. My brain would like to be healthy though. I disagree with your brain. I think that's a delusion, or you're very lucky. One of the two. But I have a fat person's brain. Right? I think just a human brain, right? Like, okay, we're just gonna get out of here before anyone can do anything. Okay, this is the last game. We got this going on here. When I said you would not be able to live without food, it was a joke, because lol, you would die if you ate food. Oh yeah, no, I got the joke, don't worry. So this is the Spider-Man with the pig on top. This isn't the real last game. I just want people to not follow me to try and kill me. I don't know why it's happened like 6, 7 games in a row now. Like, maybe I'm unlucky, maybe not. You're one of the best. Also, food is awesome, says Love Luigi 5. See, it's not just me. I'm not the only one addicted to food. I would kill to have food. Yeah, one of the most horrifying parts of history. Like, we try not to tell it too much because it reminds us all. You know how I mentioned earlier? We like to think we're idealistic, but we're really not. Like, as a group at least. One of the most horrifying points in history, in my opinion, is during the siege of, I think it was Stalingrad. Like, there was so little food going around that, like, when someone died in the street, they passed out from hunger, people would fight over the corpses so they could eat people. Like, they didn't just go cannibal. They got to the stage of cannibalism where you'd fight for the bodies so you could eat a person. Like, I want to eat someone that badly. So yeah, isn't that nice? Can we do a socialist experiment on the server? I think we already did, right? Oh, we did, like, communist. But the problem is like, oh, it's a guy, he's coming after me. Man, he's got the tag as well. Okay, it's fine. He's dead. I think, at least. Okay, he's dead. We're gone. He's not alive anymore. Let's just find a nice corner of the map. And let's just settle down and do our thing, right? Leningrad, not Stalingrad. Oh, my bad. Is it Lenin? In my head, it's definitely Stalingrad, because that's the big battle. Because Leningrad is the old name for St. Petersburg, right? Was there a big fight in St. Petersburg? Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe you're crazy. Maybe we're both crazy. The elephant at the Moscow Zoo was eaten. That sounds like a true fact. I wonder what elephant tastes like, you know, honestly. Like, is it good? Who knows for sure? Only that guy who's eaten elephant at the Moscow Zoo, apparently. But yeah, the exact, like, the truth is, if you actually tried to do, like, one, you can't actually enforce, like, you know, hashtag true socialism or whatever. And two, we kind of did communism already. Or, like, you know, we did communist dictatorship. Which, you know, is most of the things. It is Stalingrad. Hey, you know, someone agrees with me. I'm not even going to fact check them. I'm just going to assume they're right. Because they agree with me. So we can't change your skin. Yeah, most servers have like a thing where you can go like stealth incognito mode, basically. But that's not a thing I have on this server. Elephant tastes like chocolate cream shake with drizzled ketchup on top. That is a gruesome description. Anyway, though, just before, I think I said at the beginning, I tell you a deep story of childhood trauma. So while we're in the last game anyway, let me tell you, oh, not childhood trauma. I remembered something crazy today, and that is I literally fell from a meter up, head first, when I was a child. And I just realized how ridiculous that is. Like, last night, I was trying to go to sleep, and I was like, you know what? Children aren't meant to fall on their heads. and I went like, I've heard the phrase that every time you hit your head, you lose a brain cell. I wonder how many brain cells you lose from, like, falling head first onto, like, concrete, too. And I wonder, like, is it like one of these things where you can have alternate history? Like, at that point, there were 2 diverging timelines. The toy cat where, you know, I'm half as able to think about things. Because, you know, I make a lot of basic, like, errors, right? Like, I said, you know, something, tipping subway workers. I said sipping subway workers or something. I make mistakes like that very frequently. What if it's all because I fell from some absurd distance on my head? I remember it too. I was just like, because I was on a bike, the bike fell and just rolled and whacked me right in the head. And I was just like, oh. It was a whole thing. I remember at the time I was just annoyed because my grandparents were like, you've got to stay here. You might have a concussion. It's like, I'm pretty certain I don't. Like, that's the whole thing. But yeah, fun fact on Toy Cat. Maybe you think it's fun. Maybe not. Maybe everyone else feels that one. I have no brain cells because I listened to your commentary. I mean, I do say some questionable things. We went on a whole rant about Roundsy earlier, right? Like, but it didn't even make any sense because I think we concluded like, oh yeah, I would choose not to punish people, but I would also choose to give them the good things. Maybe you should just choose not to do anything. Maybe if you can't be sure about something, you should never do anything. Like if you're not, when I was younger. Oh wait, love advice of Toy Cat. I said we'd do that too. Okay. This is bad love advice, but maybe bad. I think you can learn from bad advice as much as you can learn from good advice. So, one of the things that I used to think when I was younger, and maybe this is good advice for someone, but I used to do what I like to call like hard scoping, rather than like, oh yeah, what you do is you ask out every girl you know, and then you wait till one likes you back. My plan was like, I'm gonna wait until I am absolutely sure that the response I get to my affection. I just forgot that you can't use bows on servers because they don't work correctly, right? You know, that was the last game. It was very fun. I hope you all had a wonderful live stream today. If you did, you can like this thing here and let me know. If you didn't, you can not like this thing and you won't let me know. You can subscribe and you can turn on notifications if you want to see more live streams. And in those live streams, I might not even be hungry, or I might be hungry because I wasn't like hungry in this one, for what it's worth. That's definitely just a fact, right? Like, you know, I ate before today's live stream, knowing that otherwise I wouldn't be. But yeah, love advice. You know, don't wait till you're sure. Sometimes do things you're not sure about. In love, you don't have to be sure, but in life, you probably should be. There we go. Nailed it. Thank you very much for watching today's video, and I guess I'll see you all in a future one. Also, the watch time. Oh, Grasavi asks, how's the watch time doing? Let me show you, actually. So, if you look on my screen right now... I'm always terrified, like what's going to show up. So first of all, here's the button I can press that shows you an ad insertion. And 2, the average view time is 5 minutes and 29 seconds. People could not watch the live stream for more than 5 minutes and 29 seconds. There were 19,000 people who came in at some point, and also we got 98 messages a minute on average. Most were here and at the very end. I guess people are saying goodbye. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for coming along. I appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.